It's actually kind of terrifying, especially with the air movement and air attacks he has, and that's an interesting contrast because Kai Kiddo is using Little Mac, who is pretty much entirely ground-based. But the one thing I want to point out is Snoop, being from Vegas, he has a lot of experience with Vash, another Vegas regular who has had considerable results with Little Mac back in the Smash 4 days. And of course, this is a new game, but that same fundamental mindset of how to deal with Little Mac, especially when you have a stage like this, Battlefield with platforms, it gives you a lot of extra options. You're fighting somebody who is kind of a fish out of water as soon as they're off the ground.
Right now, Kiddo just really struggling to find his footing so far.
Oh,
right
double
back on
jump
stage. It's going to be difficult for him to come back, but that haymaker actually has quite a good distance on it here in Ultimate.
Yeah, and of course it doesn't send you into free fall like it used to, so that would still allow the option of the up B in case it wasn't quite enough. But
Snoop throw actually sending him directly above Yoshi. That is such a dangerous tool now.
But Snoop has himself at such a big percent lead, and he knows exactly that, like, he recognizes the F smash charging animation. He's like, I'm just going to go to the platform. I am not going to mess with your nonsense unless I know I can catch you off guard. Oh, those jabs a little bit too fast from him, though. Kai Kiddo actually spacing himself out very carefully, recognizing how big this deficit is, and watching the landings of Snoop very carefully and finding the smash attacks there. And Snoop finds the back air, takes that stock.
I just can't get over the fact that Kiddo just went up with up air. I don't know what he was looking for. I don't know what Mac up air is gonna do for you.
Okay,
he unfortunately ends up losing that stock, and Snoop just exploding right now, barely missing the lock on that jab.
Yeah, he found the previous one too and got himself a solid 79% off of a single opening. Oh,
Mac's not coming back. Mac's not coming back. I don't care if your recovery got buffed.
Oh my gosh, what a great answer. Kai Kiddo tossing in a little bit of a taunt there.
Okay, Snoop is just feeling himself. I just see the confidence radiating from his play. He stood in front of Kai Kiddo's shield, pushing absolutely nothing.
He was just waiting for some intimidation option, right? Like either he's going to up B at a shield or do something that I can punish.
Jabs coming out. I'm expecting a down tilt this time around, possibly. Yes, but after the parry.
Yeah, that was a great bait by Snoop, right? He dropped his shield, and the temptation is to do your jab finisher because it reaches out slightly further.
Jab, jab, KO punch straight to the face, Yoshi. Get the heck out of here. I'm going to go ahead and get this stock. Maybe get this game. You never know. Mac is the comeback character.
I mean, this is actually relatively possible. If Kai can find himself a couple of openings in neutral, he could bring this back. Waiting
has to get off this ledge, though. Very fortunate. Doing the jump, get to the platform, actually helping him quite a bit there.
Oh, gonna just use jump nairs into jabs. Okay.
That was how I question nothing now, Kiddo. You got it. You got it.
Look, if you're sticking with Little Mac when a lot of other ones don't want to play this stressful life in an Ultimate, it has to be because you know something about this character, right?
Jabs one more time. He's going to get scooped up by the grab of Yoshi. Ends up recovering high. Going to work out so well. I thought he was going to let it out again because that was the same setup that happened on the second stock and just wastes his KO punch, unfortunately. Trying to go for the hardest call out.
Yeah, very unfortunate stuff there. Now he's going to have to find this kill. Luckily, Little Mac is still a powerhouse character and he has 85%.
G-Pick, that was such a huge punish in the making for Snoop, seeing that counter be whiffed by Kiddo, but Snoop just not there to go ahead and get it, but he's gonna get that forward smash straight to the face one more time. Back air leading into the upper, Snoop clutching it out there at the end.
The thing that's terrifying is Kai's second stock was almost non-existent in that game, right? He got caught in the egg swallow right during Snoop's recovery and just died off the bottom to almost nothing. So the fact that he could bring it back that close, that he could find one of those two KO punches, that's kind of terrifying if you're in Snoop's position. It's like, okay, even though I know this matchup, I need to be absolutely on guard because he can still bring this back at any time.
Exactly, and G-Pick, that was something we were talking about earlier when the show opened. That third stock is just so important, like I said, in Smash 4, that you would be moving on to Game 2 before you figured that out.
Yeah.
Here, that was still Game 1 on his third stock, adapting, figuring out how Snoop was playing him, almost making that full comeback.
Yeah, doing such a good job catching a lot of those landings with those smash attacks, a lot of the aggression with them as well. But we did see Snoop start cooling it down as he took on that percent, and near the end just waited for one of those turret smash attacks to whiff and find himself his own confirm.
So my man didn't have his tag. It looks like he didn't fully set up his controls. He went back to try to fix it. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
I mean, it's a little bit tilting as a player to think like, man, if I had set my controls correctly, maybe this and this wouldn't have happened. But then also it can be a little bit intimidating. It's like he did all that with the wrong buttons.
Probably in his head, he's like, I kind of like smash sticks.
Oh, actually going to be going to the Incineroar. A very different option than, actually a very surprising option, especially considering how close combat both of these characters are. But Incineroar having so many things you have to respect when he's right in your face. Having the Revenge, for example, where he's able to take on all of the damage you would have dealt to him and apply to his next attack.
Yeah, because remember, he just switches controls.
Oh, that's true, that's true. Okay.
Yeah, so just getting that set up. Curious to see if he's going to stick with the Incineroar. I don't think the Yoshi was doing bad at all.
Because, I mean, the thing that more surprised me is if that was a button check, he didn't really check any buttons.
Yeah.
He just dropped from the platform and then tested his up B to kill himself off the side of the stage. So I think it was just
that's all you need from Mac.
I think he just picked they accidentally picked the same stage that they went on for game 1. No, they're actually still going at Battlefield. Okay. Maybe you're right. All right.
Is he gonna stick with the Incineroar? Yep, Snoop sticking with the Incineroar. I'm excited to see how this is going to play out. The Revenge is going to be something you got to look out for. It's always a very scary move. But essentially, both these characters have kind of the same game plan. They want to be in your face. They want to go ahead and get those big hits when they matter to get those stocks.
Yeah. But of course, Incineroar having a lot better options in the air as well as on the ground. Neither of them having the best recoveries particularly. But yeah, you see him already looking for a lot more of these jump conversions. And the fact that he can find these back airs and forward airs for a ton of extra damage and knockback. Look at all of this that the Incineroar is bringing.
That down tilt is such a great tool for Incineroar. Down throw leading into the forwarder. Eat this drop kick. Get off my stage. And there goes the Revenge, getting it all the way. Ooh, big damage. Oh, he's barely off the timing for the clothesline.
I mean, if your problem is that Little Mac is living a little bit too long, what if you just kill him outright as opposed to edge guarding him? I think that's the philosophy here.
Oh my god, I just thought about it. With Incineroar, if he's able to go ahead and do that side B, and Little Mac is on the opposite side, he doesn't even have to push a button. He's just going to drop down, and that's such an unfortunate position for Little Mac, because when he's going to recover with his up B, Snoop has already shown all he has to do is down tilt to go ahead and catch it.
Yeah, the lack of a ledge snap really going to hurt in this match with that good of a down tilt. Catching the platform land with a perfectly timed up smash, but not going to do enough to kill Incineroar. Definitely one of the heavier characters in this cast.
KO Punch is on the line, G-Pick, and that is unfortunate. I think K-Kiddo wanted to land down.
Snoop with
shield.
the homie stock?
Yeah, this is either good or bad. Let's see what happens.
I feel like when you're playing Incineroar, doing the homie stock is in character, you know? Like
you have to.
Yeah, like his Incineroar wants to put on a good show for the people, and it's a chance for him to toss in an extra taunt, you know, like he does whenever he connects one of his moves.
Spot dodging away, ends up using Darkest Lariat to get him off stage. One more Lariat. No, just goes for that down tilt. Going for the up air as well, getting rid of the KO punch.
Yeah.
How are you going to try to end this, Snoop, or allow K-Kiddo to get back in this? Try to run past him possibly, but not going to be the case. Getting hit in the kidney.
I think he was expecting like maybe a spot dodge or a defensive option when he went towards the shield, and he was hoping to just get the hardest punish on it. But K-Kiddo stayed cool, just press his grab button.
Dash attack, getting everything that he can. I think grab would have been a phenomenal tool as well, just to get him right back off stage. Going for that side B, no ropes this time around, but he is going to be able to recover with the cross chop.
Catching it just at the edge of the platform. Snoop looks relatively unfazed by all of this, though. We're not seeing too much true fear here. He's trying to set up a lot more of these command grabs, a lot more of the revenge stacks, potentially.
Yeah, and that was a missed opportunity right there coming out from K-Kiddo. He whiffed on the Irish Whip a little earlier and did not get the punish, but that last one is going to do it. Didn't even need the sweet spot there, just the early hitbox to send him straight into the air, just enough since they were basically adjacent with that first platform.
Exactly, yeah. They had that height boost from being up there, and that's one of the things that makes that move so terrifying to deal with, because we're used to, being on the platform is a bad position because the opponent gets to keep poking at us safely from below.